Clouds with hazy sunshine and still cold on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, it's time to drip the faucet. So another time, another opportunity. When it gets so cold that opening up the cabinetry underneath the sink is a good idea. Let some of the warmer air move in, and it's time to drip the faucets because you don't want pipes to have some lockups. You don't want frozen pipes. That's never a good thing. So it is time to drip the faucets anytime you get into the upper teens, which is where we're headed. Even at 8 o'clock tonight, we're at 25, and that's pretty cold. So many of us, when you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll be in the upper teens. Wouldn't be a bad idea to take the extra precaution to drip the faucets and make sure that there is moving water there. Meanwhile, high temperatures today were pretty anemic. They only hit 33. You were expecting 35. I know. It was 34 in Maryville. It was 34 in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and 36 in Tellico Plain. But we didn't hit 35 here. It was only 28 in Campbell County and 24 in Crossville. That's just the way it goes. And 28, the high temperature there in the heart of Hamlin County in Morristown. Our high temperature of 33 put us well below the normal. Why be normal at 48's the normal? Why not be about 15 degrees below that? And it was 29 this morning at just before 9 o'clock. That was the low temperature this morning. Peak wind gust was 20. We did receive a trace of rain and snow at the airport. Now 39, the high in Chattanooga, 27 in Lexington. Gives you a sample. It was 48 in Columbia, South Carolina, but that's not here. It's pretty cold. In fact, some of those flakes were slow to get out of here this morning because we had the clouds and maybe a few breaks, especially south of Interstate 40. But then the clouds want to come back in. At times, we'll call them scattered clouds for tonight. But with the keeping in mind that some snowflakes will be coming back into the picture later this week. We'll talk about that snow event here in just a moment. The Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza doesn't show any flurry activity. That's not to say it couldn't still flake if there's some clouds, but generally it's pretty quiet and will remain so. Marcos.com if you're hungry for some late night, maybe a snack. Maybe you haven't had dinner. Check out Marcos.com. They give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital. You got to love that. A community-minded pizza establishment. They're in Hardin Valley and Farragut. They're in Maryville, Fountain City. You can find them in Halls, Oak Ridge, and Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. Love it. They got a magnificent pizza for less than 10, but maybe you want something extra. And on some occasions, I want some extra. I want the Italian sausage. Throw on the mushrooms, the green peppers, and the onions. The original sauce in addition to the signature 3 cheeses. That's the deluxe pizza from Marco's. It's delicious. They have an all meat. They have a garden variety. You pick out your favorite pizza. Go to Marcos.com. Now, we have some concerns for heavy snow. How do I know that out west? Because Memphis and Jackson have, in fact, at this stage of the week, because it's only Tuesday night, looks like they've got a winter storm watch. Well, we're not under the winter storm watch, so we must not have any winter coming. That's not how you interpret that. That just simply means the National Weather Service in and around Memphis has decided we're going to go ahead and describe a big snow that's coming. And they will see some sizable snow. The question is, how much do we get? And I will pose this question. Is it better to be first or is it better to be right? That's a good discussion. That's a healthy social media discussion. Maybe we'll have that discussion. Is it better to be first to put out a forecast for snow, or is it better to be right? I like to be right, but if I could put it out there long before the event, I'll do so. But there are some guidelines I like to follow. I like to keep it sensible. The expectation is probably well outside the realm of what someone might think we're getting, but I will give you some intel here in just a moment. This is the map, as you can see, around the country. Clearly, there's some lake effect snows still going on around the Great Lakes. We have received now over an inch of rain and melted, whatever you want to call it. We had some sleet the other day. All that kind of melted together, gels into 1.09. We average about 4.76. Headlines, colder tonight. Did I mention it's a good time? It's a good time to drip the faucets. That's a question mark for you because I don't know what you're going to do. You might decide to let your pipes freeze. That's up to you. That's just, I can lead a horse to water, I can't make him drink. So if you want to drip the faucets, you do so. If you don't do it. But maybe open up the cabinetry underneath the sink. That might be a good idea just to play it safe. Clouds and hazy sun Wednesday, and I do see midday snow showers taking hold. So we'll call it afternoon snow showers, and by the evening, it's just snow, man. Snow showers, man, it's not snow, it's just 100% snow. Oh, that's an event. That's an event, which means we could have in time, if the National Weather Service decides to be maybe not first, But maybe they're going to be right. They're going to issue perhaps a winter storm watch going down the road. We'll have to wait and see. A winter weather advisory certainly is going to be possible. Now, I want to put on the disclaimer before I push the go button here. I want to show you some of the snow potential based on the model data. Now, I have to put this in all caps, not a forecast. So what I'm about to show you is a number which too many of you will put that number in your pocket. Because I know you. You'll say, you said X, Y, or Z, and you said X, Y, or Z was going to happen, but I only got like X minus a half inch. Something like that. Whatever number you see on this map that I'm about to show you, the one I'm about to push play, please don't put it in your pocket. Just think of it as a work in progress, because we're still about 3 days away. A lot can change. If there's some mixing, and that's still on the table in some cases, if there's some mixing, guess what? The numbers of snow go down, 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 down. And so you were promised a bill of goods because somebody wanted to be first, and then somebody wanted to be right, and that's Captain Accurate. So why not just be patient? I'm going to give you some numbers, but I can say at a minimum, well, we'll start the bid at 3 inches. 3, I've heard more than 3. Maybe it is more than 3, but right now I think it's a minimum of 3, but more likely a 4 plus. 4 plus. Now this model isn't perfect. It's going to change. You mean it says 3.6 in Lafayette? I'm at 3.2 in Lafayette. Okay, that's just how the snowflake crumbles. That's just how it goes. But this is just model data, right? Anybody can access this on the internet and act or react accordingly. But my encouragement to you is check back. I'll be live again tomorrow. I'll be live again on Thursday morning, and I'll have videos this week so you'll know what I think, and I'll put it on there, my forecast. But this, my friend, this says model data, not a forecast. So at this stage, we'll just say 3 inches minimum with a 4 plus expectation in the valley. It's possible. Now, I don't expect 8.5 like we had last January. I don't expect 11 like some of you had last January. And some of the comparisons will naturally come. Are we getting what we had last January? No, we're not. But we're going to have enough snow on Friday night that's going to change your lifestyle. If you normally go out to the movies with your loved one on a Friday night, you might say, I'm going to stay home and do Netflix because I don't want to go out in the snow. I don't want to drive in this type of snow. Do you see what I'm saying? So Friday night, really Friday afternoon, it's going to be highly, highly changeable, and the roads are going to get slick, like super fast. It won't take long. I want to emphasize it won't take long. Now this wants to put a few flakes north of Oneida first thing tomorrow morning. Again, where we have clouds, we could have a stray flake. Hopefully that won't surprise you. But it's generally clouds and hazy sun, or a good blend of the two tomorrow. And then we go into Thursday, and then we go into a mostly sunny day, and then we set the stage for a southern slider. You'll notice the winds around the H. Notice how they're moving counterclockwise. Excuse me, they're moving clockwise. The southern low will be counterclockwise, but it's going to help bring in southwesterly flow of moisture. It's going to come up from places like Mississippi. It's going to slide in from Arkansas, and hence, this is why they have a winter storm watch for Memphis. This is why they have a winter storm watch for Jackson. But if it shows up in the afternoon, which I suspect it will around midday, we'll have our own issues here. And our issues are going to be sizable. Because if you get 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of snow, where would you put it? You're going to say it's closed down my roads, or my school let out early. I'm not putting that onto your brain, but I will. I will say drip your faucets, pay attention to the school closings and early dismissals, because I do expect this to start around midday. And once it starts, it's only going to ramp up for the evening, like so. That's midday. I think this is a little bit fast. This probably represents in my brain like 3 p.m., but even if it's off 3 hours, you really don't have time to get to the pharmacy and back around 3 in the afternoon. Hopefully you'll do all of that in the morning. That's just my advice. You're not asking my opinion, but because you're watching this video, I'm going to say that's my opinion. Do everything you need to do before, say, 11 a.m. Because if you're not back home by 11 a.m., whammo, you're going to be slammed with snow. I didn't know that was possible. It is. Oh, it's dark blue in Huntsville. All that's going to try and slide up from the south and west, and it's going to snow like this. And it's going to be a wet snow, and it's going to come down pretty hard, but by the time the sun's up, by 7 a.m. Saturday, it's gone. It's not gone from the ground, it's not gone from the streets, but it's gone from falling. There's no more snow falling after, say, about 7 a.m. Saturday. So if you want to be in the know, this starts around midday Friday. It ramps up Friday afternoon. It's crazy snow Friday night. And then it's tapering off early Saturday morning. That's the way I see things shaping up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Can it change? Absolutely. Will it change? Absolutely. So I invite you to check back. 19 degrees our low temperature tonight. That's like 6 degrees from where we are at 8 p.m. This is why it's a good idea to drip the faucets. It's colder. We're down to 16 tonight. In Newport, Cosby, Morristown, Lake Tansy could be around 16. Crossville, we got an 18 for La Follette, 18 Oak Ridge, and 18 for Maryville. It is a cold night. Normal low is 30. By the way, tomorrow's normal high is 48. We're going to be struggling to get to 34. We may only hit 32. We may not get much above freezing the next couple of days, as winds will be about 5 to 10 tomorrow. 32 for Morristown is what I expect. 36 for Tellico Plains, Madisonville, and 28 for Jamestown in Oneida. So Wednesday's highs maybe a smidge colder than it was today. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 33 on Thursday, 34 on Friday, but that chance of snow went from 80 to 100%. So what you're saying is you have confidence it's going to snow on Friday night. Yes, that's my confidence. Why else would I put, that's irresponsible. 100% doesn't give you much changeable room here on Friday night. That's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to convey my level of confidence that you get some snow. Whether you get 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of snow, that will be ironed out, the devil's in the details, in the next day or two. But I can tell you with high confidence that you're going to get snowed, and you're going to see quite a bit of it by Friday night. And that's why I left a 100% chance there. So please take note. It will be a progressively snowy situation by Friday afternoon, and the speed of this could speed up, it could slow down, but I do expect it'll be fading on Saturday. High temperatures in the 30s, lows in the teens. That means for many of the kids, it's cold, but at least it's sticking around. You can sled a little bit longer at night because it's going to be sticking around, folks. I hope you're ready. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app. That's a great place to get weather information 24/7. If you join us on Facebook, I have a premium service, and they're in the know all the time because they're the very first to know what I'm thinking and the forecast that I'm presenting. They usually see it long before the general public does. And it's only $4.99 a month. But Pete Michaels is on the app. I hope you'll download it. Captain Accurate at the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people, not everybody, but some people call me Captain Accurate. That's okay. It's just not easy being accurate. We'll see you here next time. Take care.